Welcome to the third of 4 sessions of our community planning school. Soon you won't know what to do with your Saturday mornings. This is it's been a tremendous kind of turnout on every Saturday morning, even when we have bright sun. It's a lovely thing. We started our first session with a look into an introduction to sustainability, the structure of our program at One Region Forward, and some brief overview of the implementation dynamics we anticipate from all of this work. And you'll remember from that session there was an idea that we will conclude with some big projects and difficult to do with large constituencies, and some that'll fold right back to the community and you could start tomorrow. And the idea is to keep a portfolio of projects, big and small, that keep moving our region forward as one 2-county region. In addition to that, then the second session was specifically a closer look at climate change, transportation, and our water. All of these are, 15-minute presentations, so there's a limitation to the depth, but then there's a packet that comes with it that gives you an opportunity to dive deeper into this material. And some of you who are citizen champions carrying this work home will dive still further into the mix with real proposals for change in your communities. So we're excited to follow that progress and see where it goes. Our expectation is, as we finish this first cycle and learn from you about it, we'll sharpen it and we'll run it around again next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. And when you finish a decade of that, you've made a lot of change in a lot of places, big and small. So that's the attitude that we're working with here today. Today we're going to explore some of the more difficult issues, I think, in front of us in this 2-county region. The issues that surround land use, an examination of food security and food systems, the viability of our agricultural base. And finally, we'll have a brief conversation about my field, urban design, and what it is and what it's not, and what it needs to be a lot better. So that'll be our morning. I'm going to turn it back to Bart to give you some of the logistics and get us started in introductions.
Thank you, Bob, and thanks everyone for coming out this morning. As is customary, I'm just going to go quickly through the agenda for the day and talk about some additional educational opportunities to get involved coming up in the near future. So we're going to start off with a session on food systems planning offered by Dr. Samina Raja from the University of Buffalo Department of Urban and Regional Planning. Dr. Raja is really one of the leading scholars on this issue across the world, and we're very fortunate to have her at UB in Buffalo. She's also been a major advocate for integrating issues of food in our planning here in the region, and so we are very grateful to have her here in Buffalo. Then we're going to have Aaron Bartley, the executive director and co-founder of Push Buffalo, who's going to talk about sustainable land use issues. So how can we reuse and reclaim land for productive uses for our economy and communities? Aaron is his bio is on the handout we gave you, so I won't go into it, but really we're very fortunate to have Aaron here as well. And then Bob, as he said, will talk about urban design. Following that, we're going to invite 3 panelists to come and join and broaden the conversation. So first we'll have Chris Hawley from the Mayor's Office of Strategic Planning here into the city of Buffalo. So he's going to really be able to bring a perspective on the Green Code and where that process is and how it relates to all the topics that we've talked to today. Chris is also a civic scholar on all sorts of issues related to Buffalo and its history. So I think really we're very grateful to have him here today, and we believe he can offer a lot of perspectives. And then we'll also have 2 members from the Massachusetts Avenue Project. First, Rebecca Williams, who's the Youth Education Director at MAP, and does all sorts of different activities with youth, getting them involved in community development and urban farming and other issues. Then we're also very fortunate to have our youngest panelist, Lamar Rice, who really impressive. I'm going to actually take an exception and read his whole bio because I was very impressed by it. So he's an employee at the Massachusetts Avenue Project Growing Green program. He's also a senior at South Park High School in Buffalo. Lives in the Riverside neighborhood and commutes an average of 2.5 hours each day to work and school. He's an active member of the Healthy Kids, Healthy Communities Youth Advisory Council, and also serves on the Food Policy Council of Buffalo and Erie County. And so we're very fortunate to have Lamar with us, and we believe he can provide a lot of perspective, but especially that youth perspective that is really important to this.